And now I'd like to start Prime Minister Motegi's press conference.
Update on COVID-19. As of 11 a.m. this morning, the worldwide positive infections seems to be more than 24,001,000. So spread of outbreak continues, but since yesterday to today, 1 day new infections has been about 72,500. So 4 consecutive days on day-to-day basis, there has been reduction. And the number of deaths per day in 1 day was about 4,900. So it is under 5,000. And it's the first time since the 4th of April since the number of deaths was below 5,000. One more point. Repatriation of Japanese nationals from countries where there are difficulties in departure. So far, we have been supporting them. And to give you some numbers, the total number of those who have departed and repatriated, 7,524. The number of people who are still in those countries who are wishing to repatriate, approximately 1,100. And of them, the number of people who are likely to be able to depart and repatriate by the end of this month amounts to 450. So that's an increase. We are steadfastly beginning to see progress and results of the measures that we have taken. To give you some update since the previous press conference, last Saturday on 18th of April, approximately 300 Japanese nationals who were staying or residing in Africa returned to Japan in airplanes that left Ethiopia. They initially took charter flights via 10 routes arranged by travel agents and third countries from 15 African countries, assembled initially in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, transited to regular flights operated by Ethiopian Airlines and private sector charter flights, and have returned to Japan by yesterday at the latest. Now, there were some Koreans who wished to return to South Korea from Africa, and 70 such Koreans who wished to return to Korea had joined on board to Incheon, Korea. There have been cases of Japanese nationals also going on board flights that were arranged by the Korean government. This time around, Koreans joined the flights arranged by the Japanese side, and the Japanese government truly appreciates the fact that there has been progress in cooperation between Japan and South Korea on the ground. We will continue to provide information that takes into consideration the situation of people residing overseas, and will continue to contact the governments of those countries to provide full support to ensure the safety of Japanese nationals. I said that of the 1,100, approximately 450 are likely to be returning by the end of this month. So what about the remaining 650 people? Due to reasons of the companies they are affiliated with, some need to stay longer, some are with JICA, or some are with the high likelihood of being able to repatriate through other means, and they are not included in the 450. So of the 1,500 people, we think that the number of people who will be able to return to Japan will further increase. But on the other hand, as we look at the global situation, there are some who are now wishing to repatriate, although previously they had wished to stay. So they want to return, and some return to Japan, and then we receive requests from other people who didn't request previously to repatriate. So we will expand our operations by looking at the situation. There are some countries where there are vulnerabilities in medical care system, and we will inject efforts to provide support to Japanese nationals who wish to return to Japan from those countries. That's it from me.
For those of you who have questions, please raise your hand. Once I appoint you, please go to the nearest microphone and identify yourself and ask your questions. Please go ahead. Mr. Hashiguchi, go ahead. Hashiguchi from TBS. Regarding novel coronavirus, I have one question. This morning, from Taiwan, as an international collaboration, 2 million of masks has arrived in Narita Airport. What are your thoughts on this?
The very warm support and encouragement from Taiwan is extremely appreciated. Once again, let me express my gratitude. COVID-19 is a threat common to all mankind. We will continue to strengthen the collaboration with relevant countries and regions. This time, support was provided through supply of medical supplies. And Japan-Taiwan Parliamentarians Association had taken the initiative to provide this to Japan. But then, to which hospitals do we provide these supplies? The Japan-Taiwan Parliamentarian Association is coordinating.
Next question, please. Mr. Oyabu? Oyabu from Yomiuri Shimbun. Regarding North Korea's situation is my question. Chairman Kim Jong-un of North Korea is reported through the U.S. media that after the surgery he is in critically ill condition. As a Japanese government, what are the facts that you understand?
I am aware of press reports. Even to date, we have been watching very closely the situation surrounding Chairman Kim Jong-un. This didn't just happen very recently. There had been various rumors and information over his activities even to date. And Japan is watching very closely the situation in North Korea, including the outbreak of infection of COVID-19. And we have been trying to analyze the situation. And on Chairman Kim, after participating in the Politburo meeting on 11th of April, he was not present at the Supreme People's Assembly on the 12th or the ceremony commemorating the birthday of Kim Il-jong on the 15th. So there have been such press reports which we have received. We will continue to keep in close contact with such countries as the United States to collect information and analyze the situation.
It seems that they are strengthening their effective control. So can you actually share with us with your thoughts?
On the recent situation in the South China Sea, we are watching the situation closely with concern. The issue with regards to South China Sea is directly linked to regional peace and stability. It is a legitimate issue of concern for the international community, and we are strongly objecting any behavior that will escalate the tension in the South China Sea. We have been consistent in supporting the full implementation of rule of law at sea, and we once again reiterate the importance of all relevant parties on the issue of South China Sea to make efforts for peaceful resolution based upon international law. With the spread of outbreak of COVID-19, the ASEAN Plus 3 leaders most recently confirmed the strengthening of regional solidarity, and we must once again assert the behavior that follows that spirit. Thank you.
Any other questions? No more questions. With this, we'd like to conclude today's press conference. Thank you very much.